Kevin Rudd's diplomatic career included a stint at the Australian Embassy in Beijing. His last trip to the Chinese capital was as Prime Minister. Now he's back as Foreign Minister.
Are you happy to be back? I'm always happy to be here.
Australia's first Mandarin-speaking Prime Minister, Mr Rudd's tenure at the Lodge was one of the shortest. Worsening relations between Canberra and Beijing was one destabilising factor for his Prime Ministership. Now it's his job to put the relationship back on track through meetings with junior Chinese ministers and a senior People's Liberation Army general.
The relationship while you were Prime Minister with China was fairly rocky. Are you the best placed person, do you think, to get it back on an even keel?
As I say, when dealing with our friends in China, it shouldn't just be a case of either conflict or kowtow. There is a third way, a constructive way, a positive way.
One area where that could be tested is on the issue of the imprisonment of this year's Nobel Peace Prize winner, Liu Xiaobo, which Mr Rudd will raise in his meetings.
This individual's incarceration, we do not believe that is appropriate or justified.
Mr Rudd's cabinet colleague, Education Minister Chris Evans, was also in Beijing Wednesday doing some bridge building of his own. Australian universities rely on a steady influx of full fee-paying Chinese students who've begun looking elsewhere to get a degree.
With the appreciation of the Australian dollar, an education for a Chinese student in Australia now is 50% more expensive than it was at the start of 2009.
And the diplomatic whirlwind doesn't end there. Treasurer Wayne Swan's due in Beijing Thursday, the third cabinet minister in the Chinese capital in 24 hours. He's expected to meet Chinese Vice Premier Li Keqiang. Tom Eagleton, ABC News, Beijing.